If you're over 60, what you eat truly matters, not just for energy or weight, but for the very health of your heart. Some foods you think are helping may actually be working against you, especially if you're on medications or managing conditions like high blood pressure or atrial fibrillation. And yes, that includes some common vegetables. Hi, I'm Dr. Name, a cardiologist who spent decades helping seniors live stronger, longer lives. And today, I want to talk about 5 vegetables that can be surprisingly risky for your heart if you're over 60, unless prepared or consumed the right way. This isn't about avoiding healthy food. It's about knowing what's right for your body right now. Stick with me, and I'll also show you heart-friendly alternatives that are just as tasty. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell, especially if you want real, science-based health tips tailored to your stage of life. And if you find this helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell me what you'd like to learn more about. 1. Spinach, a superfood with a catch. Spinach is widely praised as a heart-healthy powerhouse, and in many cases it is. But for adults over 60 who are taking blood thinners like warfarin, there's an important detail to know. Spinach is high in vitamin K, which plays a key role in blood clotting. If you're on blood-thinning medication, large or inconsistent intake of vitamin K can reduce your medication's effectiveness. That doesn't mean spinach is bad. It just means you need to be consistent and informed. Many of my patients have no idea their clean eating is affecting their prescriptions. One day they're fine. The next, they're dealing with symptoms they can't explain, all because of an unbalanced interaction between food and medicine. What to do? You don't need to eliminate spinach, but eat it in moderation and with consistency. Most importantly, always inform your doctor or pharmacist before making changes to your diet. 2. Pickled cucumbers, the salty surprise. Next up, pickles, crunchy, tangy, and often seen as a harmless side, but they're usually loaded with sodium. Just a few slices can contain over 1,000 milligrams of salt, nearly 2/3 of the recommended daily intake for older adults. That sodium builds up in your bloodstream, raising blood pressure and increasing strain on your heart. What's tricky is that the damage from high salt doesn't show up overnight. You might feel fine until your next blood pressure reading is off, or worse, your heart starts to show signs of stress. Especially after 60, your kidneys process salt less efficiently, and your arteries can stiffen more easily, making it even more important to manage your sodium intake. What to do? Choose low-sodium or no-salt-added pickles, or try quick pickled veggies with herbs and vinegar instead of brine. Always check labels, even on healthy canned or jarred foods. Continuing from previous section, cooking at home, reading labels, and flavoring your food with herbs, garlic, or lemon instead of salt can truly support your heart in ways most people underestimate. But sodium isn't the only hidden concern in your kitchen. There's another common ingredient that seems completely harmless, but for some, especially those over 60, it may be quietly adding more stress to the heart than you realize. 3. Red chili peppers. When heat becomes too hot to handle. For many of us, food isn't just fuel, It's tradition, celebration, and comfort. And for spice lovers, nothing brings a dish to life like a touch of heat from red chili peppers. Whether it's a fiery curry, a spicy stew, or a dash of hot sauce, spice can feel like joy on a plate. But here's what's often overlooked. Spicy foods can have a very different impact on the heart as we age. Chili peppers, especially the stronger varieties, can stimulate the nervous system, slightly raise adrenaline levels, and cause temporary increases in heart rate and blood pressure. For younger adults, this may not be a concern, but for people over 60, particularly those with high blood pressure, arrhythmias, or a history of heart issues, this extra stimulation may trigger symptoms like heart palpitations or lightheadedness, especially if consumed frequently or in large amounts. What to do? You don't need to give up flavor, just choose spices that are gentler on your system. Think mild peppers, turmeric, ginger, garlic, citrus zest, or fresh herbs. These still bring your meals alive without potentially overstimulating your cardiovascular system. As always, listen to your body. If spicy meals leave you feeling off, it might be time to turn the heat down. Fourth, raw garlic, nature's remedy with a caution label. Garlic has earned its place in both kitchens and traditional medicine cabinets. It's known for supporting heart health, helping with cholesterol, and even having mild blood-thinning effects. That's why many seniors choose to eat it raw, or even take it like a supplement. But here's the part that's often missed. Raw garlic is powerful, and like anything powerful, it needs to be used wisely. When combined with certain heart medications, particularly blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin, the natural compounds in raw garlic can enhance those effects, sometimes too much. This could increase the risk of side effects like easy bruising, bleeding gums, or feeling dizzy from blood pressure dropping too low. What to do? Garlic is still your friend, but treat it with respect. Use it cooked, which tones down its potency, and talk to your doctor if you plan to take it regularly in raw form, especially if you're on medications that affect your blood or circulation. You're not doing anything wrong by reaching for natural foods. But after 60, your body changes, and what helped you once may need adjustment now. So, if raw garlic and spicy peppers need a second look, what about something that seems as clean and crisp as it gets? Something raw, crunchy, and fresh, but might be hiding a risk that's invisible to the eye? That's coming up next in point number 5, and it might surprise you. If you're still with me and learning something new, type 1 in the comments to let me know you're here. And if there's a food you're curious or concerned about, drop it below. I read everyone. 5. Raw sprouts. The innocent crunch that may carry unexpected risks. They look fresh, vibrant, and full of life. Raw sprouts, like alfalfa, bean, or mung sprouts, have long been praised for their crunchy texture and natural nutrients. For health-conscious seniors, adding a handful to a salad or sandwich often feels like a smart, clean-eating choice. But here's the part many don't know. The way sprouts grow makes them uniquely vulnerable to bacterial contamination. Sprouts require warm, humid conditions to grow, the same environment where bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria thrive. While younger people may experience only mild discomfort from foodborne illness, those over 60 often face a tougher recovery. As we age, the immune system naturally weakens, making it harder for the body to fight off infections quickly or completely. Even a small infection can lead to complications, especially for those with existing heart conditions. It may cause dehydration, inflammation, or, in rare cases, more serious issues like infections in the heart lining known as endocarditis. And for those already managing high blood pressure, arrhythmia, or congestive heart failure, the body simply can't afford to divide its attention. The takeaway? If you love sprouts, enjoy them safely. A quick sauté or light steaming can help kill harmful bacteria while keeping their flavor and nutrients intact. You're not giving up health. You're simply choosing a smarter, safer way to protect it. Because when you're over 60, it's not just about what you eat. It's about how your body responds. 6. What should seniors eat to protect the heart? After hearing about foods to be cautious with, you might be asking the most important question. What can I eat to support my heart every single day? The good news? You don't need exotic superfoods or restrictive diets. The answer lies in simple, wholesome vegetables and legumes that work with your body, not against it. Here are a few heart-smart choices I recommend to my patients over 60. Steamed broccoli, rich in fiber and antioxidants. It helps reduce inflammation. Roasted carrots, naturally sweet and full of beta-carotene, which supports artery health. Sautéed kale or spinach, in moderation. When cooked and eaten consistently, they offer heart-boosting minerals without interfering with medications. Sweet potatoes, a great source of potassium and complex carbs for stable energy and blood pressure. Cooked tomatoes, rich in lycopene, which supports vascular health. Legumes like lentils and green beans, high in plant-based protein, fiber, and minerals that are gentle on the heart and blood sugar. These aren't fad foods. They're gentle, healing, and easy to incorporate into your everyday meals. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. A bowl of warm vegetable soup, a side of steamed greens, or a baked sweet potato may not seem dramatic, but over time, they create the foundation of a stronger heart. Remember, after 60, your heart doesn't need extremes. It needs balance, regularity, and ingredients that love it back. You've spent a lifetime taking care of others. This is the time to start building meals that take care of you. A heart that still has time. The final message. And if you're thinking that eating healthy means saying goodbye to flavor, think again. With herbs like rosemary, turmeric, a touch of garlic, used wisely, and the bright zest of fresh lemon, food can be both healing and delicious. Your meals should feed more than your body. They should uplift your spirit. But now that you know what to eat, there's one final truth to remember. Even the healthiest vegetables can't protect your heart if a single small habit keeps undoing all your progress. Let's talk about that. Your heart has been there since the beginning. Your heart has been with you through it all, beating more than 2 billion times by the age of 60. It has carried your joy, your grief, your stress, your dreams, without ever asking for anything in return. But now it's asking for something simple: your attention. Getting older isn't about giving up. It's about getting smarter. It's about understanding that the same habits or foods that served you in your 30s or 40s may not serve you now. Even healthy foods, if eaten in the wrong way or without considering your medications, can create setbacks. But here's the good news: it's not too late. The damage isn't final. And you don't need a miracle. You just need momentum. Small steps, big changes. I've seen it firsthand. Seniors who were tired, out of breath, and discouraged come back with renewed energy. Not because of extreme diets or expensive treatments, but because they made consistent, thoughtful changes. They listened to their bodies. They adjusted their meals. They moved a little more, stressed a little less, and believed they still had more life to live. And guess what? They did. So, if you're watching this, let me remind you, your heart still has time, still has strength, and still has love to give. To you, to your family, to the life you've worked so hard to build. Start today, one choice at a time. Revisit your plate, rethink your routines, reclaim your energy, because the next heartbeat, it's a gift, and it's yours to protect. Join the conversation. These messages aren't just here to inform, they're here to inspire you to live more fully, more mindfully, and more joyfully. Take a moment to reflect. Share one thing you've learned today that you plan to apply in your life. Let's encourage one another in the comments. If this video brought value to you, please comment with a 1. If not, feel free to comment 0. Your feedback helps us grow and serve you better. Like, share, and subscribe for more content made with your heart in mind. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life, not just longer, but better.